Hello, VC, VK, and Thrifty Music Collectors. I'm Tim, and welcome to the music show. Yes, this is my third video I've made today. It's at least two more than I usually make in a day. Uh, two more than I make in a week. I usually do only one a week. But I'm doing this because of that 30-day music challenge that I have challenged people with this morning. And this is my day one video showing my listen or my uh, or I should say showing my review, or I'm saying reviews for what I listened to today of albums that I hadn't listened to before that are in my collection. The reason why I'm saying reviews, I'm making it a little tougher on myself. I said I want each to host one and at least one in your collections that you haven't listened to. I'm making it a little harder on myself. I'm wanting to do at least four a day from mine. With that said, I'm going to start showing them. The first one I'm showing is Walter Murphy, Rhapsody in Blue. It's from 1977 on Private Stock Records. Okay, I've never heard of Walter Murphy until the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. He's the one that, Walter Murphy's the one that did A Fifth of Beethoven on that, and I really like that song. And I've never got any of his stuff, but even after that, until one day I was going through a thrift store. I can't remember how long I've even had this. Don't you know what thrift store I got this at? It says Insurance Liquidators on here. I got it somewhere. Got it for $1 or less. I know that. I got it at a thrift store. It doesn't. This one does not have A Fifth of Beethoven on it, but like the title says, it's Rhapsody in Blue, and I like it. I like the song Rhapsody in Blue on it. And as you can tell, that the keyboards. See, Walter Murphy plays keyboard, so it's very keyboard synthesizer. Real heavy on that, but it also has horns and everything on it. And yes, it has the sounds of the later 70s, like a lot of disco influence in it and stuff. There are vocals in it. It does have vocals that have sounding sort of like the later 70s. Some of it is a little mellower, but yes, it does have the late 70s sound. It isn't too bad of a sounding album, but like it does sound like late 70s pop slash disco sound to it. But yeah, it's not too bad. It is a keeper. Like I said, I like Rhapsody in Blue. Next up, it's from the same year. A lot different sound to it. It's another one I've had in my collection. I'm not sure how long I've had for. Price tag on it was 50 cents. Pat Travers, Putting It Straight. Yes, with it being Pat Travers, you can tell that it's guitar based. Yes. I really like this album. I hadn't listened to this that I can remember. I might have, but like my memory's not really the greatest anymore with that. But this one I was, like I said, I've said plenty of times, I'm a full-time college student online. I was doing some studying. While this was going, I was kept getting tempted into just stopping and doing some air guitar with this, even with the rhythm guitars. That's how good it is. Uh, the song I like the best on here, I think, is probably "Loving You." Yeah, but it's just a good album all the way through it. Like I said, I was wanting to take breaks just to do like that air guitar with it. Next up was one from '72. It's one that a group that I've always liked their songs. This is the first album of theirs that I've had. My best friend Perry had sent it to me around a year ago. And yet this is the first time I've listened to it. Because I have so many albums in my collection I haven't listened to yet. I have hundreds of them. And yet I still keep buying albums. I've slowed down at it quite a bit over the past year. The album is T-Rex, The Slider. It's from 1972 on Reprise Records. It is a good album throughout. It's the regular T-Rex sound to it. I cannot select a particular song that I like the best on it. It's just a good album throughout. And something I thought was interesting when looking at the credits on here. Ringo Starr did the photography on here. But yes, I like this album. It's just good throughout. It has that T-Rex sound to it. Most people have heard the T-Rex the original version of Get It On, Bang a Gong. Well, that was T-Rex. That's the type of sound that this album has. That song's not on this album, but there's a lot of other good songs by them on here. Okay, the last album is an older one, but before I show you it, okay, it's Show Tunes. My daughter's in college now. When she was in high school, when she was in high school, she was in drama all 4 years of high school. She was in the school plays. And so, twice a year, we'd have to we went to the school plays, and every spring it was a musical. So we got used to hearing all of the songs from the musicals and then going to the musicals and stuff. So we got used to getting albums of musicals and stuff. And well, I even liked musicals before that. See, I'm from Mason City, Iowa. That's my hometown. Well, somebody that was born from Mason City a long time before me is Meredith Wilson. If you do not know who Meredith Wilson is, he's a guy that wrote The Music Man. River City in the musical The Music Man is based on Mason City. The footbridge used in the movie was taken from was even taken from Mason City to be used in the movie. So just from that, I got to liking musicals because just from that background of growing up in Mason City. So music was important in Mason City. We even have uh, every year in Mason City, we had a parade called the Festival Parade, and it's just gotten it to being a big weekend every year. That's a full weekend. It's a festival every around. It's right around Memorial Day weekend every year there now. So I've gotten to liking musicals. Well, this one isn't that actual soundtrack from the movie. This is one that Ed Sullivan had presented. It's Ed Sullivan presents My Fair Lady. This is from 1960. It's actually not done, but let me make sure of it. I think it's done by. Okay, the vocals are done by the Ed Sullivan All-Star Cast. But they do a pretty good job here of it, and if you've seen the movie My Fair Lady, it's you know how it's pretty much comedy and stuff to musical comedy, and you can tell by just listening to the music in that album that it's a comedy, and they do a pretty good job there. I just enjoyed listening to all those albums today. Probably the weakest of them was probably the Walter Murphy one, but I still enjoyed it. So that's my review for today. But 4 albums there. Day 1 not finished. So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.